Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Songwriter Sesh. Today, my guest is Jon Sander. Welcome, Jon.
Oh, thank you very much, Ken. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and you're part of you've got a band called Rod's Garden Party.
That's correct, Rod's Garden Party.
Yeah, and you're from around here in Frederick area.
Yeah, born and raised in Frederick.
Oh wow, you're a homeboy.
Yeah, I bought the house I was brought up in from my
Oh
father.
my goodness.
Yeah, so,
that is got to be some stories there.
Yeah. So I've been living in the same house for 53 years.
Holy mackerel.
Yeah.
That is something. And I met you through Casey McKay.
That's correct, Casey.
Who
McKay.
I bought this keyboard here from.
Yeah.
That's how I met Casey. I bought this keyboard, and then I've been trying to talk him into playing bass for me some time.
Yeah.
And he was going to be on the show, and his schedule got busy, and he said, "Hey, try out this Jon Sander guy."
Yeah. Casey was the bass player in Rod's Garden Party for a long time, and I've been playing with Casey for 25 years in various bands. And so, yeah.
I've yet to see him play live.
He's, in my opinion, probably the best bass player in the Mid-Atlantic.
Oh, wow.
And
that's
probably one of the best vocalists also in the Mid-Atlantic.
Yeah, I could tell he was talented, so that's why I was trying to talk him into working with me.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, he's incredible.
Maybe someday we'll do that. But that's good that I find that as a songwriter, like if you can surround yourself with really great players, it makes you a better songwriter.
That's right.
And you're kind of a different guest for us too, in that I was trying to find some recorded music, and you not have any yet.
Right. I sent you what I had on my iPhone that I recorded with the voice memo app.
Which I'll say it. It's a shame, because you're a good songwriter, and I think I wanted to bring you on the show after I heard it, and I was a little hesitant because I try to bring on some folks who've kind of gotten more mature in their songwriting, but you're mature in your songwriting. You're just not letting anybody know about it yet.
Right. Well, I have. It's a long story. Well, it's a semi-long story.
Okay.
Which began, from childhood as a music lover, and then carried into getting in a band in college, and then after college, taking that band and trying to actually kind of make it big if we could, which we did. And so we did. We made an album. This is back in 1998.
All right.
So it was pre-internet, basically, in a big way.
Yeah.
And so we did make an album. And so there's and I wasn't the singer in it, but I was the guitar player and one of the songwriters.
So some of your songs are out there.
Oh
somewhere.
yeah. And then after that band, there was another. So that first band was Seedbox, and then that band disbanded, and then there was another band called.
I'm going to have to get some of this stuff from you.
If I can, yeah. And then there was the Boa, which was a Frederick band, with and so we made 3 albums. But once again, this was like this is pre-app iPhone.
Yeah.
And so it's just not out there. It's pre-Spotify. And then after the Boa, there was another band called Imbasonic, in which we made an album. But
so you were a band guy.
Yeah,
You just doing all these bands.
That's right. And then in 2012, my wife and I had a child.
Yeah.
And I put the band thing aside,
as we do.
Yeah. and ever since then, it's more of a hobby, and which has always been a hobby. I mean, I have a day job.
Well, anymore, you got to have the day job.
Right.
There's some people that really commit to it and got that done, and they make choices.
Yeah.
And they go out there and do it, and get some level of success. But it's hard. I mean. I've had some really good songwriters on this show that have tried to, leave it all behind and just become full-time songwriters, and they're very talented.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to sharing kind of a different story today. So how did you decide, you wanted to get into music, I guess, first, and then what? Songwriting is kind of its thing. Some people like just to get in a band and play Smoke on the Water or whatever, But what drives you to be creative in that way?
Well, I remember being a young child, and in Frederick there was the radio station was Z104.
Okay.
And it's no longer in existence.
Yeah.
But I remember my older brother used to wake me up to go listen to Casey Kasem's Top 40.
Okay, yeah, I like that too.
He'd be like, come on, listen.
Or Dr. Demento. Did they have Dr. Demento?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No, not here. But we'd go listen to Another One Bites the Dust by Queen, and that was, I was out of bed for that, and so then, and I started the dream of playing music, the dream of playing with my friends, was along with me throughout my childhood, and then when I picked up the guitar, I was 15 years old, which was late to the game as far as I was concerned. Because I remember literally the first day of high school, I walked into the cafeteria and there were these guys like playing U2, and they sounded amazing. Yeah. But eventually got that guitar for Christmas and I started writing songs immediately. And I think one of the reasons why...
Isn't that funny? Some people like do different things. That same thing. I got a guitar. I was like 17, almost maybe 16 or 17 for it. And I didn't have time for it.
Right.
But and then same. I might have learned like cocaine or something, JJ Cale song. Yeah. But I did the same thing. I just started writing right away. This is what I wanted to do.
Yeah. And for me, vocals didn't come easy for me. It took me a long time to find my voice. Yeah. And so I didn't play like covers very much. Yeah. So that's what drove me to write songs. Yeah. And so, I wrote and wrote and wrote. And, when I eventually did went through all the bands and then the kids came, I kept on writing. But I stopped recording. I was recording. Do you remember the Tascam Porta 3? Yeah. Yeah. I used to record with that. That's as far as my tech knowledge
I still have
went.
I still have a Boss, I don't know, I think it's 6-track or 5-track tape recorder up in the attic. It still works, but you can't buy tape anymore.
Oh, is that right? Right. I had one of those as well, actually. But my favorite thing to do is to just write songs, to get together with my friends and play. And it's exciting. And it's a real joy in my life.
Yeah, you sent me a bunch of like band recordings, and they were fun. And I was like, well, it's a shame that they're not. But someday.
Yeah, we're in the process of getting the studio together. The guitar player Paul Zelink is going to get it going, and we're gonna make this thing happen.
And you sent me this song called. You had a couple of songs that you sent me. There's a real slow one. It's like Things We Say or something. I can't remember the name of it, but.
These are
something about think we say something to each other. I can't. We're getting off track there.
Right.
But where did that inspiration come from?
So that what's that that thing that people get, the imposter syndrome?
Oh yeah.
I think I suffer from it, but I definitely I've often felt like that. You mean
you feel like you don't deserve to be doing this?
I don't think it's so much.
Or you don't think you're you want to be it, but you don't think you can be.
I'm like I feel like I'm just faking it. You know what I mean?
We all are. You know, there's no doubt. I'm going to play piano on this. I don't know how to play piano. Yeah. We're going to do it anyway. Yeah. I think you fake it till you make it, as they say.
Right. But I really enjoy it, so that doesn't matter. That
everybody's doing that, and so you can't have that imposter syndrome. So you got to get out there and do it.
Yeah.
Let's do this song. Oh yeah, for everybody.
Great. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, how the fuck did he get here? He knows well. He lied a little, but no one could even tell. Even tell. He looks around and he sees that he's not alone. That's great, but don't change his feelings none. Don't change his feelings none. Well, hope springs and with some advice, he never listens, no, he never even tries. Never even tries. He's feeling good and then he is feeling bad. Well, how the fuck did he get here? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, Jon, that was great doing your song. Oh yeah. I like to say, oh yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much.
It's real mellow, real chill.
It is one of my more mellow songs.
There's a tonality to it that reminded me of a band that I liked. It was after college. I was already married and living in Dallas, but it was this band from my college town of Knoxville, Tennessee, called the Judy Bats. And the Judy Bats had this kind of cool alt 90s sound, and they had an album called Out in the Valley Where the Satellite Dishes Grow, or something like that, where the satellite dishes grow. Mm-hmm. And that was a kind of a fun album they had, and so that has that tone for it. And I enjoyed hearing your songs. All of them that you sent me have that kind of sound. So this we can do a lot of different things. We'd like to try to do a cover song and then one of my songs, and we'll go to that next.
Okay.
And you picked a song called 19 Little Boxes.
Yeah. I listened to many of your songs on Spotify, and they're all absolutely fantastic. And it was going to be tough to choose one. But then when 19 Little Boxes came on, it was definitely like a thunderbolt. And I knew that was immediately, that was the one that I wanted to do, like within hearing the first bar. Yeah. It just had this vibe that it just took me.
Well, I think that happens sometimes when you write songs and they come from somewhere. You know, this song was written on the day of the Uvalde shootings. Mm-hmm. And I was, I wanted to get the message out there, and I didn't want to, do angry memes or, throw a big political fit or anything, but I wanted to say something about it. There's something inherently wrong, when that happens so often to us, and especially 19 children at one time.
Yeah, I mean, I picked the song before I even knew what it was about, but when I found out what it was about, I was like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, Dave Finstermacher came over. I wrote it in one day.
From the heart.
From the heart. And I wrote it like a poem. It was like a poem, and I had written it, and I shared it, and everybody said, oh, that's very touching story. And then I said, well, I got to put the music. And I wrote the music like that night. And then I called Dave Finstermacher, my keyboard. I said, come over. We're going to record this song today. And we recorded it, and he added that keyboard, and it just, we kind of caught lightning in a bottle, I think.
Absolutely did, yeah.
And then he had this idea at the end. Dave said, like, what if we did a church bell at the end, like for every? And there's actually 19 on the YouTube recording and the YouTube video. There's 19 church bells at the end.
Yeah.
Which was meaningful to me. I thought that's a good symbolic way to remember. And I put all the pictures of the kids.
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen the video, check it out. I think that tells the story. And thanks for picking this song. Thanks for kind of bringing it out. I don't play this song live ever.
Yeah.
So
I've
never played this song live.
The fact that you wrote it in 2022 and here we are almost 2026 and you've never played it basically since that day.
No,
it is incredible.
I've listened to it, but I've never played it. So let's play it for everybody.
Okay, great.
boy before he leaves.
Kiss your boy before he leaves.
He wipes it off on his shirt sleeve.
Wipes it off on his shirt sleeve.
Now he's gone, he's in the dirt.
Now he's gone, he's in the dirt.
And all you got's this bloody shirt.
All you got is his bloody shirt.
Across the tracks another mom.
Across the tracks another mom.
Sitting on a ticking bomb.
Sitting on a ticking bomb.
All the years she cried for help.
All the years she cried for help.
You can handle that yourself.
You can handle that yourself.
Now there's 19 little boxes, 1,000 prayerful notes. Standing in the way with 60-something votes. Doesn't care for brushes.
Doesn't care for brushing.
Through a tangled hair.
Through a tangled hair.
He promised her tomorrow.
Promised her tomorrow.
Tangles won't be there.
The tangles won't be there.
These laws are bad for business.
These laws are bad for business.
We can't let tyrants rule.
Can't let tyrants rule.
Think we have the answers.
Think we have the answers.
Make it safe at school.
To make it safe at school.
Now there's 19 little boxes with all your thoughts and prayers. For freedom there's a price to pay today. The tab was there. Deadly soul,
Look in my dead soul.
back into its place.
Back into its place.
The genie broke its bottle.
The genie broke his bottle.
Now we live with its disgrace.
Now we live with this disgrace.
And everyone is talking.
Everyone is talking.
Out of mouths on every side.
Minds on every side.
And tomorrow, the devil's victory ride.
The devil's victory ride.
Now there's 19 little boxes, a million hurting souls. Waiting till tomorrow is how this country rolls. It's how we roll. 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 All right, Jon, thanks for picking 19 little boxes. That was fun to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my pleasure.
Well, I don't know if it was fun to do,
right,
but it was enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
Let's put it that way. So lastly, we'll do a cover song. I think it pushes songwriters to learn other songwriters' songs to kind of get a feel for structure and melody, and I think it's also a way for us to talk about who influenced us,
Mm-hmm.
And so I asked you about this, and you gave me a long list. I mean, a very eclectic list.
Yeah.
And I saw Natalie Merchant on your list. And I thought, okay, I'm going to see Natalie Merchant Sunday. So I thought, let's do Natalie Merchant.
Yeah. common
And
ground.
also, this song kind of fits with, children,
the
19 little boxes.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a theme.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me about, Natalie Merchant and you.
Well, I went to go see the 10,000 Maniacs when they were doing the Everybody Wants Candy tour at Merriweather Post, and it was one of the best concerts I've ever been to.
Oh, awesome!
I loved that band.
Good band.
When I was in college. Yeah. I mean, I had their albums just on repeat.
Yeah, and Natalie's got kind of she's kind of like highly educated,
Mm-hmm.
Very, I think Connecticut or something, like somewhere up in the Northeast.
Mm-hmm. But she's so wild too. You could watch videos of her, especially when she was younger. I mean, she was on stage just wearing these dresses and just waving them around and dancing around. She's wild.
There's it's like the Natalie Merchant, Edie Brickell era. That whole kind of feel. Some of those songs were coming out at that same time.
Yeah.
But Edie was crazy, on stage. But I never saw them. So this Sunday will be the first time for me to see Natalie Merchant.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be a moving experience.
Yeah, and this song, is really touching because I guess it's from a true story, and I guess we get our inspirations from true stories and
Absolutely.
things like that. How does that affect you when you hear a song like this?
I'll admit, when I was practicing it, I was crying. I couldn't get through it. 5 or 6 times. I get to this one certain part or whatever, and I just start breaking down. And but I think I played enough now that I can maintain.
Not everybody sees stuff like this. My family, we had some hard times, growing up, and you're around people and you see. I know personally, I've seen this story before in life, people. I mean, I remember having friends like in Tennessee, friends in trailer parks. I mean, that sounds, I don't mean to, categorize or whatever, but it really was a tough life for kids that lived in trailer parks, and the kind of way that, the lower class folks had to live, and you get to, if you see it and feel it, you feel this song.
Mm-hmm.
You were here in Frederick, and you said you lived in the same house. So, I know that neighborhood is a pretty nice neighborhood.
It's a little island of a neighborhood in Frederick.
Mm-hmm.
It's not part of a greater development. But of course, that sort of abuse, whether it be physical or mental or emotional, knows no class. Of
You're
course.
You're right.
We definitely, there's Frederick. It's just like any other town.
Yeah.
And you see kids and you see them shopping in stores and you see how parents interact with them and sometimes you just got to wonder.
Well, you even see it like in the Mommy Dearest, movie stars, so I guess it didn't happen anywhere. I just that's where I saw it as a kid, and you probably saw it in other places. Well, let's do this Natalie Merchant song, What's the Matter Here?
Yeah, excellent.
A young boy without a name, anywhere I know his face. In the city, kid's my favorite. I see him every day. I see him run outside, looking for a place to hide from his father. Get half naked, I say to myself, what's the matter here? Well, I have heard the excuses everybody uses. He's their kid, do as you see fit. But what gives you the right to do this? We live on Morgan Street, just 10 feet between, and his mother, I never see her, but her screams and curses, I hear them every day. With threats like, you don't mind, I will beat on your behind, slap you silly, make me say, what's the matter here? I have heard the excuses everybody uses. He's their kid, do as you see fit. But since this through, that I don't approve of what you did to your own flesh and blood. If you don't sit in your chair straight, well, I'd take this bed from around my waist. And don't you think that I won't use it? And answer me and take your time. What could be the awful crime they could do at such a young age? If I'm the only witness to your madness, offer me some words to balance out what I see and what I hear. Oh, these cold and low things that you do, well, I suppose you do because it belongs to you. And instead of loving the feel of warmth, you've given you these cuts and sores that don't heal with time or with age. I don't say hey, I don't say hey. What's the matter here? I don't dare say hey. What's the matter here?
Well, thank you, Jon, for joining us and doing that Natalie Merchant song.
Thank you very much, Ken.
It's a great song. Thank you for doing it. And thank you for being our guest today, for stepping in for Casey today.
Mm-hmm. My pleasure. Yeah, I'm glad he couldn't do it.
Yeah, me too. I'm glad I got to meet you. I'm sure we'll run into each other around town as you play out. I know you're not playing out right now, but you plan to sometime in the near future. Yeah. And so keep an eye out for Rod's Garden Party and or Jon Sander when you get a chance to see either of those acts. But thanks for being here today, and thank you for joining us for another Songwriter Sesh.